but the driver refused to cooperate and remained stubborn. Seizing a moment of inattention from the vehicle, quickly put the car in gear and sped off, triggering a dramatic chase.
Why is there so many?
Because when it's, hey, 228, they're taking off. Westbound 52.
The police quickly jumped into their patrol cars, accelerating to close the gap between them and the suspect's vehicle. The wail of the sirens cut through the calm of the neighborhood, adding to the tension and drama of the high-speed pursuit. The car swerved as it made its way up, but the police had deployed spike strips ahead, successfully puncturing one of the suspect's tires. The car swerved uncontrollably due to the flat tire and veered into a parking lot. The police quickly surrounded the vehicle, apprehending the two suspects and taking control of the situation.
Get on your fucking face, dumbass! Oh, shit. You stupid bastard. Fuck. Keep it going. I got it. Get on your face, you stupid!
You want me scared? You want me scared? It wasn't for nobody.
He was acting stupid.
No, you want me scared.
We were falling all day long.
In the end, the ordeal concluded without any injuries from the collision. Police arrested Bradley Quantes for violating parole and obstructing justice, while Chelsea Workman was taken into custody for failing to comply with a lawful order.
Hey there, you're listening to State of Survival Radio. Calling all survivors who can hear this, please come to our shelter right away. We've built a safe place.
We're headed to Arkansas. On January 15th, 2023, during a routine patrol in Arkansas, police officers noticed a suspicious white car parked along the road. As they approached to investigate, the driver unexpectedly slammed on the gas and took off, igniting a dramatic chase.
It's south on Warren. We're stopped at Warren Valley.
However, after only a short distance, the driver suddenly abandoned the car and dashed into the woods. The police officers quickly halted their pursuit of the vehicle and decided to chase after the suspect on foot.
I will fucking tase you. Come here. The hell is wrong? Give me your hand. Force in the rock temperature. Dude. Now your DWI too.
Please don't do that. I fuck you.
After a 15-minute chase, the police apprehended the drunk woman. To their surprise, she was not only inebriated, but also not wearing any pants. The officers quickly ensured her safety and began assessing the situation, taking note of the unusual circumstances.
I'm not.
Stop talking.
I don't have no STDs.
Stop talking.
I swear.
Stop talking.
Fucking.
Stop. Stop.
I will fuck you. They're not safe. Please.
Stop.
My kid.
I don't care. Turn around.
I'm drunk. You don't let me go to jail? Seriously, I'm so like, I will fuck you. Like, I have no STDs. Let me go.
Go ahead and
Just say
The woman was swiftly subdued and will face appropriate consequences for her actions. This serves as an important reminder for everyone. Those who have consumed alcohol should never get behind the wheel.
On May 11th, 2020, the Oklahoma Highway Patrol and McLeod Police Department were involved in a pursuit. While the exact starting point of the chase is unclear, at one point, the driver was speeding recklessly westbound on Inmate 40.
Incredible video. This car rolled all the way over, and now it's still they're still trying to take this car out. There's nobody behind it. We're slow rolling this.
After an officer attempted to intervene, the vehicle rolled over and crashed into a fence. However, the suspect quickly regained control and continued driving at high speed.
That was an incredible video. I've never seen that before, where they rolled a car like that and it ended up on all four wheels and it's
And slowed down due to damage from the collision. However, since the suspect was armed, the police exercised caution, trailing behind and waiting for the right moment to make an arrest. The inevitable occurred when the suspect's car sustained enough damage that he could no longer continue fleeing. Realizing escape was no longer possible, he pulled over and surrendered with his hands raised. police then moved in and arrested the occupants, bringing the chase to a safe conclusion. In June 2024, while patrolling in Little Rock, police observed a black Dodge Charger exhibiting signs of a violation. When the officers activated their hazard lights to initiate a stop, the driver accelerated and fled as they reached a nearby gas station, triggering a pursuit. The car sped recklessly and suddenly lost control at an intersection while attempting to turn onto another road. As police closed in, the driver quickly regained control and, without hesitation, accelerated rapidly, resuming the high-speed chase.
Just got on I-30, just went underneath the semi. Thanks, man. We're continuing to approach Garrison Springs.
Eastbound Garrett Springs.
The chase came to a sudden halt when the driver crashed into an 18-wheeler, causing the car to slow down. Seizing the opportunity, police executed a successful pit maneuver. However, the driver jumped out of the moving car and fled on foot. The chase ended with the suspect successfully escaping on foot. Following the pursuit, police inspected the abandoned vehicle before having it towed back to headquarters. A series of car thefts, similar to the ones in the game GTA Colorado, unfolded as the suspect attempted to flee from the police. Driving recklessly and dangerously, they sped down the road in a desperate bid to escape. Let's watch the chase unfold together. The police attempted to deploy a spike strip to puncture the suspect's tires, but their efforts were in vain. Undeterred, the suspect continued to drive recklessly, showing complete disregard for the safety of others on the road. After crashing the car on the road, the suspect approached another vehicle, forcibly threw the driver out, and boldly drove off, stealing the car with reckless abandon. Finally, after a collision at an intersection, the suspect's car became immobilized, and he fled on foot. However, when he reached a fence, he was swiftly apprehended by the police, who rushed in and took control of the situation. Now, the The suspect will face the full consequences of the law for his reckless and audacious actions. On December 5th, 2023, in Miami, Florida, the suspect escaped from a mental health facility and stole a truck from a car dealership where the keys had been left inside. Police quickly initiated a chase, determined to prevent the suspect from escaping. The car sped recklessly, creating panic among everyone nearby. Police attempted to stop the vehicle by making contact with it multiple times, but were unsuccessful.
Right now that the two police cars are going to follow, but
A helicopter was then dispatched, and the car, immobilized from repeated collisions, could no longer move. The suspect exited the vehicle and fled on foot.
he's gotten out and he's running. He's got his hands up. He's running.
I want to warn everybody, this is a live developing story. Warn everybody that Robin's going to
Yep.
pull out a little bit in case something
Let's go on the other side,
dangerous
Joe.
happens. He might be jumping over the overpass.
He's
which is
getting
a
down. He's
fault.
getting down because he's got an officer here with the weapons drawn right here, coming up now. All right, you're going to take him into custody. He's given up. He's on the ramp. Two officers now approach.
Okay, so this man does have clothing on. We did hear reports earlier that this van he was driving in was allegedly stolen, that he was having some mental issues. But the incredible news is he got on the 112 overpass that you just saw Ralph show us, stopped the vehicle, jumped over to the other lane, basically, in the opposite end of traffic. And
As the suspect prepared to jump off the bridge, the height caused him to hesitate, leading him to raise his hands in surrender. The police quickly apprehended him without incident, and he was taken to the station for questioning. On December 16, 2021, while patrolling the area of Georgia 13 southbound and Sidney Marcus Boulevard, police observed the driver of a silver Honda Civic using a cell phone while driving. The officers activated their emergency lights and attempted a traffic stop, but the driver changed lanes and sped off.
Charles Ordinary 4872, CNN 4872, Silver Civic. Right shoulder, heavy traffic.
The driver swerved into the right lane and continued speeding through heavy traffic, driving recklessly and showing no regard for the safety of others.
13 south, coming up on exit 85. Hit the wall, hit a white man.
Due to heavy traffic slowing the vehicle, The police were able to quickly close the gap. They then executed a successful pits maneuver, causing the vehicle to lose control, strike the guardrail, and come to a stop. The officer exited the patrol car, drew his Glock 45, and commanded both the driver and passenger to raise their hands. The occupants were then successfully subdued. The driver, later identified as Malik Matthew Davis, was taken into custody without incident and transported to the Fulton County Jail. On September 28, 2024, while patrolling US 78, a police officer noticed a gray Dodge Ram speeding at 107 miles per hour in a 60 miles per hour zone. The officer quickly turned around, activating his lights and siren in an effort to catch up to the truck.
They stopped.
The police caught up to the vehicle at a red light and activated their sirens and lights to initiate a stop. Despite this, the driver ran the red light and continued to drive recklessly, ignoring all attempts to pull him over.
TBI. Roll over. From Hydro.
The police then decided to execute a tactical vehicle intervention. As a result, the vehicle began spinning clockwise before crashing into a utility pole, which snapped in half upon impact, creating chaos at the scene.
Light pole's down. Hey, open the door. Driver. Ten four, 216. I'm starting next door right now.
The police proceeded with caution, and once additional officers arrived, they removed the driver from the vehicle and handcuffed him. The driver was identified as Hotchkiss, and a strong odor of intoxicants was detected. Mr. Hotchkiss was charged with fleeing, reckless driving, failure to stop at a red light, failure to wear a seatbelt, speeding, and driving under the influence. In August 2024, while patrolling Washington Street, police were alerted that the St. Francis County Sheriff's Office was pursuing a red Dodge Ram pickup truck traveling northbound on Washington Street. Shortly after receiving the call, officers spotted the vehicle and began to pursue it. The vehicle was weaving through traffic, disregarding traffic control devices, and showing a complete lack of concern for both the driver's safety and the safety of the public. Upon reaching a deserted roadway, the police determined they could execute a tactical vehicle intervention. They carried it out successfully, causing the vehicle to veer into a ditch, with its wheels coming off and rolling onto the road. The police then issued a verbal command for the driver to raise his hands and surrender. He complied and was arrested without incident. Driver, later identified as Andre T. Hunter, was transported to Forest City Medical Center after complaining of shoulder pain. On October 26, 2017 in Cleveland, multiple police cars surrounded a gray vehicle, deploying spike strips to force it onto the grass lane.
Driving down the ditch. We're not going to let him get back on the highway. Traffic is not behind us. All right, he's about out there sooner or later. Come on back on the road. How fast is he going? He's on the shoulder in the grass. He's off-road driving down the ditch. We're not going to let him get back on the highway. Traffic is not behind us.
The car attempted to get back on the road and continue fleeing, but the police quickly surrounded it, leaving no opportunity for escape. The car came to a halt after crashing into a road sign. The police swiftly approached and successfully restrained the driver, who was then taken into custody and transported to the police station for further investigation. On September 5th, 2022, while patrolling Torch Hill Road, police spotted a white and black Ford Crown Victoria with heavily tinted windows. The officers turned around and observed the Crown Victoria seemingly engaged in a race with another vehicle. Moments later, a fiery collision occurred. Following the collision, the driver returned to Torch Hill Road and made a right turn onto Fort Benning Road. Once on Fort Benning Road, the driver recklessly swerved into the oncoming lane, all while having a blown tire. Officers initiated another pit maneuver, successfully bringing the vehicle to a stop. They then conducted a felony traffic stop, and the driver was taken into custody without resistance. The driver, identified as Camonte Brown, was transported and booked into Muskogee County Jail without further incident. On June 13, 2020, several law enforcement agencies pursued a man, later identified as 28-year-old Victor Topet, across 2 counties during a weekend-long chase that involved multiple carjackings. Topet is now facing manslaughter charges in connection with the death of a man from Central California when he was confronted by Pittsburgh police.
He escaped that night.
The following day, police spotted the suspect fleeing in a white car with a helicopter stationed overhead, ready to assist in his capture.
Officer's car.
After the collision, the suspect abandoned the car, ran into another lane, and stole a second vehicle at gunpoint, creating chaos on the road. The suspect successfully stole the car, but after driving a short distance, he collided with another vehicle. He then abandoned the car and fled on foot. With the assistance of helicopters, the police located the suspect and successfully arrested him, bringing the chase to an end. He was taken back to headquarters, where he will face consequences for his actions. On April 1st, 2021, while monitoring traffic near I-75, Deputy Sean McGuigan observed a gold Chevy Suburban run a stop sign while making a right turn onto County Road 234 from the interstate. The vehicle struck a curb, swerved into oncoming traffic, and sped away as Deputy McGuigan activated his lights and sirens.
Taking on 37, 10 City. Signal 12. 17,000, Southeast County Road 234, 28. Hotel Golf, X-ray. Florida 10, Chef 41 now. in the wrong lane of traffic. Through the median.
The driver barreled through the construction zone at 100 miles per hour, continuously provoking police. As he continued north on Route 441, he deliberately rammed police vehicles at least twice. Additional officers swiftly joined the chase.
We're at 70. 50 miles an hour. Heading toward Marion County, he's flipping me off. Okay, we about Marion. Take a little bit. Yep. 130, I'm kidding.
The police attempted a pit maneuver but were unsuccessful. He continued to evade capture.
I tell you now, he ran me. He's running back northbound.
The police executed another pit maneuver, this time successfully making contact with the vehicle. The driver tried to flee once more, but the police team quickly closed in, immobilizing the vehicle and bringing the pursuit to an end. The driver, identified as Mr. Richardson, was arrested and subsequently taken to Marion Jail, where he will face the consequences of his actions.